for two wild guys throwing out spicy ideals on fantasy football. Welcome back to the Dynasty Football Maniacs. Trust at your own risk.
All right, guys, here we are, week 6. It's just flying by. We done went through week five's going on right now. And right now you got 4 teams out on bye, all the injuries on top of everybody. Everybody's struggling trying to fill in a spot in some teams, and some teams just got it made. Well, week 6 is not going to be so bad other than the injuries I can't help you out with. But the bye week, you only got Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. So my top 5 projections that I'm telling you guys you should probably start week 6. I'm going to start off with my first one. And this is due to Trey Benson out on IR. Could possibly return week 10. But most likely he'll probably return week 11 with San Francisco. And right now, this guy is also sharing the backfield with Michael Carter, but he is projected to get the majority of the snaps, and that's Amari Demercado for the Cardinals. All right, so they got him projected at 44 for running back. Overall, 498 overall. I believe he will score over 15-plus points week 6. They're going against Seattle. He's projected only 6.36, but like I said, I believe he'll be over the 15-plus mark, and I believe he'll finish top 20 in running back and overall as a player, top 75. And when I say overall, guys, remember, this is an IDP show, so we're including defensive players in PPR. The next one I'm giving you, I'm going to go more on defensive end today, and that's Demario Davis, okay? This old man's 36 years old and still leading the D-line. I mean, he's stopping that ball. He's not letting them get by. He's not once fell below the projections. He's been a steady start in IDP. I'm not saying he should be your regular starter. He's a good fill-in. I'm projecting him to score over 16-plus points for week 6. They're going against New England. He's projected to finish 49 as a linebacker. Overall, he's projected to finish 170. I believe he'll finish in the top 20 as a linebacker and top 50 as a player. So definitely want to put him on your flex spot, IDP flex, and if you need a linebacker because of injuries or something, throw him in there. He doesn't carry that slash position. Next one is a kind of gimme. It's already there, and that's Bobby Wagner. He plays for Washington, and he's not once fell below projections. He's a steady start IDP. He has a high potential chance of being a top 5 scorer any week. And that's overall. When I say overall, quarterbacks, everybody, he has that potential. Okay? They're going up against Chicago. You know how they run there. They get scared when a big man comes and touch them. So you're going to see some action. That guy is projected to finish 24th as a linebacker, overall 80. I believe he'll finish in the top 10 as a linebacker, top 25 overall. And he'd definitely be above the 14.5. He'll score above 18 plus in fantasy. And this is PPR, guys, no bonuses. Then the next one I'm going to give you is a rookie that just came out this year from Texas. Right now, Green Bay's going through its issues. You got Reed on IR. You got Watson on PUP. Right now, the guy that's leading the targets is Dobbs. He's got 19. He's been able to pull in 13 of them. And then there's between Golden and Wicks. Okay, Golden's doing better. He's got 14 targets, 11 receptions. Wicks had 16 targets, 10 reception. Also, they're going against the Cincinnati defense. That secondary is not much to look at. Trust me. It's not that I've been staring. I just don't think they're much to look at. So, with that being said, I believe that'll be a breakout week for him in week 6. He's projected only 8.42. I believe he'll be over 14-plus points in fantasy. He's projected 55th wide receiver, 359 overall. I think he'll finish in the top 100 overall, and as a wide receiver, finish in the top 15. Then that goes into my number 5th pick for you guys is week 6. I need to slow down. I'm like, phew. Speed demon here. Cam Curl. Okay, he's a safety. He's been playing pretty much all the snaps this year, 100% of them, except for one game he played 99%. I want to include that in case someone goes checks me on Sleeper and says he lied. Yes, 1%, 100%, 99, 90. Yeah, okay, we're pretty much there. Trending to have the best season compared in his last 4 seasons, possibly finishing for a DB exceeding over 300 points, which is really good in overall fantasy for PPR. If you're finishing as a overall 300 points, you've done really well. If he maintains his pace, he's got it. He's way over his projections. I would say double, but in some cases, he might only one case he tripled it, in one case he doubled it, in one case he just fell a little bit slight of a double. So, yeah, you could say he's doubling it across the board. I project he'll finish 18 plus 18 in fantasy points week 6. They're going at Baltimore. He's projected as 55th defensive back. Overall, he's projected as 234 as a player. I believe he'll finish in the top 10 as a defensive back and overall top 25. So I'm putting him up with Bobby Wagner for week 6. Like, he's going to be in the top 25 overall, guys. This is really also another give me. It's like I'm giving you something you should already know. And maybe you don't, because he is listed doubtful for week 5, but reading into it, Lamar Jackson's probably going to be out. And them going up against the Rams in week 6, I honestly don't see them playing them. There's a high potential chance that they'll keep him out because that is against the Los Angeles Rams. They definitely don't want to hurry this up. And plus, they got a bye right after that. So why would you? If you sit them this week and you sit them next week, then you got a bye. You got 3 weeks of real good recovery. If they win or do well, they're going to be fine. They're going against Minnesota. They're going against the Los Angeles Rams. I don't know why I thought for Minnesota. I'm sorry, guys. But I just think just find you a quarterback to fill in, and a lot of that's due to injuries. And like I said, week 6 only has two teams on bye. So you got Minnesota Vikings, Houston Texans, and then whatever injuries you got to deal with. All right, we'll run into Austin's top 5 picks.
All right. So I'm going to go defense for my first one. And I'm going to go with Raiders safety Jeremy Chin. For week 6, he's actually on my notes I got Cam Ward needs help. Because as you may know, they're playing the Titans in week 6. He's projected 14.24 points, which, in all honesty, I can see him exceeding that with the way Cam Ward and the offense has been playing and how Cam Ward has just been running around freely, just throwing the ball across the field, which I'm surprised that has not been picked off yet, which I can see it happening with Jeremy Chin because this man he's a running around tackling machine. So if he gets in the right place, he's definitely going to snag that ball out of the air. So definitely start him since they're playing against this horrible offense for the Titans. Now, my second one, a lot of people may hesitate on it because he's been kind of struggling. He's only had one top 10 offensive week for a quarterback, but this matchup looks too good. I'm going to go with Bryce Young, the Carolina Panthers quarterback.
They
are going up against Dallas. They are averaging 27.42 points against fantasy quarterbacks. You have, out of 4 quarterbacks, they all have finished in the top 10 of the week. You got Jalen Hurts, quarterback 8, Russell Wilson, quarterback 2, Kelly Williams, quarterback 1, and then Jordan Love, quarterback 6. I predict Justin Fields to be in the top 10 this week and week 5 since they play Dallas. So this is a opportunity for Bryce to get back up. I think he will. I think he will be in the top 10 because this Dallas D is awful. So my next pick, I know you'll like this one too. He's been struggling, yes, But he has been getting targets. That he just needs to do more with the targets. I mean, getting 8 weeks of 8 targets and 10 targets. Eventually, he finally did something in one week when he became the wide receiver 4. But I can see him becoming a wide receiver in the top 5, and that's the Eagles wide receiver AJ Brown. They're going up against the Giants, and they average 41.73 points against fantasy wide receivers, which is a lot.
Yes.
And I mean, Debo finished wide receiver 6 against them. CeeDee Lamb finished wide receiver 10. Tyquan Thornton, who's only played around 44% of the snaps, finished wide receiver 15. And then Quentin Johnston finished wide receiver 6 against the Giants. I predict A.J. Brown to get anywhere around 5 to 8 targets. And I think that'll be just enough where he finally does some stuff with it. And he finishes in the top. He finishes as a top 10 wide receiver this week. And now we don't really show tight ends a lot of love on the show, but I'm going to do it tonight. And I want to go with Jacksonville's tight end, Brenton Strange. They're going to go against Seattle's defense. They're averaging 18.55 points against fantasy tight ends. It's a very good matchup to exploit. The past 2 weeks, he's got 7 targets. Trevor Lawrence has been throwing the ball to him more. And I mean, this is a good matchup. I mean, George Kittle, who only played 28% of the snaps because he got hurt in week 1, still finished as a tight end 11. And then Jake Tungus, who played 39% of the snaps when he came in to fill in for George Kittle, finished tight end 16. Then you have Jawan Johnson finish as tight end 9, and then Trey McBride finishes tight end 9. So I mean, it's a good matchup, especially if you're in the streaming business of tight ends. That's definitely the week to stream Brenton Strange. And now I'm going to give you the 5th pick. And this is going to be good if you got a lot of linebackers, but you need defensive line help. He is a linebacker / DL. I will go with I'm going with Harold Landry. They're going up against the Saints. Saints offensive is not that great. Their offensive line is ranked like around the 22nd, 23rd. Not the best. But I mean, there's worse offensive linemen, but Harold Landry has a shot to at least get 1.5, 2 sacks in this game. I can see that. And I know Spencer Rattler runs with the ball, but if they can contain him just long enough for Harold to get back there, I think it can be done. So I think it's a great defensive lineman if you need a spot start. And now for my sits, don't touch, don't even look that way. I'm going with all of the Pittsburgh Steelers running backs.
Ooh.
And I mean, they're going up against the Cleveland Browns. And they have shut down running backs. They've only allowed 14.6 points against all running backs they have played so far this year. And they recently played Josh Jacobs and shut him down. So,
So Austin is saying stay away from Kenneth Galen, Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson. And I look at it like this. You shouldn't even have Caleb Johnson on your redraft. If you have Kenneth Gainwell, that's because you picked him up on a waiver wire. And yeah, I agree with him 100%. Prove me wrong, Pittsburgh. Show me show me that you guys can run against Cleveland. Because I honestly don't think you're going to be able to. Even if Jalen Warren come back from his injury, I don't see him running.
I mean, it's going to be rough. I mean, I would definitely look elsewhere. I don't think it's worth it. I think there's some other great options that you can use um, instead of them because it's rough, man. It's rough.
Yes, it is. Well, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna name off the top 20 real quick from week 4, like overall so far in the season for scoring. And I'm gonna start with Jordan Brooks from Miami. He comes in 20th. Trevin Ed, and that's with 83 fantasy points. And you got Trevin Edmond from Chicago linebacker. Yes, Caleb Williams is in the top 20 for scoring. He's a quarterback. Jalen Hurts is above him at 17. And then a familiar face we see occasionally in the top 20. Derwin James is 16. Carl Gardner, that's a new one up there in the top 20. He's a DL slash linebacker for New Orleans. And yes, Drake May's in the top 15. So I'm shocked about that. The guy that I talked about earlier in the show, Cam Curl, is 13 overall. And we all know the next thing we're going to say. Bijan Robinson. We knew he'd be in the top 20. He's 12. Patrick Mahomes is a shocker to me. I figured he would even be lucky to crest the 30s, but he's in 11th. I'll give him credit. He's the only thing playing on the team right now. Jonathan Taylor's 10th. James Cook's 9th. Byron Young is 8th. Lamar Jackson is probably going to hurt him a little bit being out the next couple games. He's number 7th. And as I said, they still got him listed as doubtful, but I honestly don't think we're going to see him play this weekend because usually if they got him a doubtful, it's a good chance he's going to be out. And I honestly think they're going to sit him until the bye week. Amon St. Brown's number 6. Brian Burns is 5. He's a DL. And then you got another linebacker, Tyler Dotson, 4. And this name we ain't seen in the top 20 in a while, but he's back. He's there. He's thriving. Christian McCaffrey. He's the first one that hits 99. Right above him, another 99.5, Josh Allen. And the guy that hits over 100, another face we hadn't seen in the top in a while, Puka Nuka. There you go. You guys' top 20 so far this season.
So
Looking good.
Real quick, you want to know a crazy fact?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So the Cleveland Browns, when they played the Ravens, they shut down Derrick Henry and only allowed him to have 23 rushing yards.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. I didn't know that.
I'm not. Go take a look. He only had 23 rushing yards. Josh Jacobs only had 30 rushing yards.
Hey, Kenneth Walker, Jalen Warren ain't going to be doing anything.
That's why I'm sad.
Oh, my God. Just don't even show up to run. Throw that ball. Well, who do they got throwing the ball? Oh, I know that guy. I know the guy, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he's not the greatest. I'm with Terry Bradshaw. That's probably the worst team we've ever seen Pittsburgh at. I'm with you, Terry, on that one. If you guys like the content, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And what do you always say?
Make sure you share because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.